Alrighty, here we... Darn it. Okay, so I'm obviously not going to be able to do this without a cough drop today. Darn it. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're Gucci. We got... Oops. I'm just all messed up. I turned off the mic instead of switching on stream. Alright, we're back. We got it. All right, I'm making... Oops. Let's get these two fixed here. Oops. Move that a little bit up to have my... This is a pug comic. Always put him like here. Maybe I should... Diary. right, that'll be okay, I think. The tricky part is going to, whoops, it's going to be getting the text of this one layered incorrectly because I've got a lot actually. So this is a pug comic. It's called A Flower in Spring, and let me just read you the little poem that Pudge wrote. Dear Diary, when I see the spring flowers, it fills me with hope, because a tiny seed stuck under the snow did not stop to mope. It pushed and it grew until the sun touched its face, saying quietly to all, you can do the same in a similar place. I like that. So that's going to be obviously 4 frames. So it'll start Dear Diary, when I see this spring flowers, it fills me with hope. That's the first one. That's going to be a little long because the Dear Diary is stuck in there. But I'm planning this so I have the room. That's why I reduced the size, and I had this kind of spring flowers around just at the side of the road here. And then this will be easy because it'll show, it's just, I can put enough space here, whatever I need, because I just need to show the seed growing beneath the ground. This will be interesting because I've never actually done a like cross section of earth to show a seed growing before. That'll be easy though, and then this other one is going to show the seed popping out from the earth, and that will have the third set of lines, and then this last one will be back to Pudge and the Floof surrounded by flowers for the final 2. So I think it's a good one. But now, get to drawing. And if you've never been to one of my comic streams before, welcome. My name is Christy, and I have been making comics for quite a while. I started publishing yearly my ankle's itchy. Yearly compilations around 2019, I think was the first book. I'm now working on volume number 7. And that'll be out this July. I usually try to get them published in time for San Diego Comic-Con, because Comic-Con. And so yeah, this was, and speaking of that, this was volume 6. I drew this cover on stream. No, actually, yes, I did. I actually drew this cover on stream. I will be doing that again very soon. So that's probably going to be what my Tuesdays are. I stream Tuesday and Thursday, and Tuesdays are kind of potluck, whatever I'm working on. I was taking stock of my project matrix, and I was like, hey, yeah, you've not started the cover for 7 yet. You haven't started any layout either. And I was like, oh, that's a problem. So it'll be book stuff for the next couple of Tuesday streams. And so if you're interested in seeing how to actually lay out a comic book and get it ready for print, be sure to tune in then. But every Thursday I do regular comic creation. So you can see how the individual, I'm going to have to look at my title case converter to make sure I'm doing this right. I'm pretty sure in should be capitalized though. But yeah, that's, how do you make a comic book? Well, one comic at a time, really. And I make one comic at a time. Well, I don't want to say I used to. I'm trying to get back to the 2 comics a week schedule. Right now I'm doing 1 comic. But I just need to write and get back kind of into that groove. Hey Sharon, happy Thursday to you too. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I've got a pug comic for us today. 1-800-contacts, you need to lay off. This is like the second message you've sent me in an hour. Good grief. I feel kind of, hey Clint, welcome to the stream. I feel kind of awkward because my pop socket finally broke. And this is just like, I mean, I live on this thing. It's how I hold on to it. And so my little, I don't think you can probably see it, but he kind of broke. I've got a new one coming soon, tomorrow. I just feel so weird having that not on my phone. I feel like I'm gonna drop it everywhere. But that being said, this lasted 3 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years at least. I mean, with a lot of, you know, daily use, abuse. No, I think that's pretty good. All right, here we go. Make sure I have enough room for my text here. Actually, let me read it again. I don't know how many people were in here when I read the comic text initially, but this is what it's going to say. So for the first panel, I have, since it's a pug comic, we're starting out with Dear Diary. When I see the spring flowers, it fills me with hope, because a tiny seed stuck under the snow did not stop to mope. It pushed and it grew until the sun touched its face, saying quietly to all, you can do the same in a similar place. So 1, 2, 3, I've got 2 frames of a plant growing, so hopefully that won't be too hard. I've never drawn a cross section of the earth and a plant growing before, but I've seen it plenty of times, so I'm pretty confident I can get that done. Then we have the leaves popping up out of the ground. I'm probably going to put little bits of snow, you know, melting snow, and kind of springy, you know, new growth vibes. And then here I'm going to switch back to Pudge and the Floof. They've walked into the field of flowers that they found on the side of the road now. So simple, easy, but I think a good message. Pudge kind of has a little bit, I mean, this booty, I don't know about this booty. I'm going to kind of rein it in here. That might be too far up, so let me move his face up a little bit. That's, well, I kind of like how his smile, his cheek is kind of pulling up his face mask. His little puggy face mask. I always seem to draw this behind leg a little bit too forward. All right, and we're gonna be kind of on the side of the road. And this is just going to be here. This isn't necessarily going to be seen because I'm going to have a big thing of flowers right here. But I want to make sure that I have the structure of the scene down right. Did I already group Pudge? How did I manage to pick all of that up? Oh, that's all one group. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I thought that was a separate little toe bit. Keep him grouped. And let's go ahead and group the floof. Actually, I kind of like that little turn. All right. I don't want to put this floof right here, but maybe I'll just leave him slightly apart. They're walking together. And let's lay out my flowers here. So I'll probably have, let's see, one here. Okay. And then maybe back here I'll just do some nice ground cover. Probably need to bring my point size down here a little bit. Last night I was finishing up and Coco was on her heating pad over there. I didn't have anything on. It was just my fan because I'd just come back to shut things down. And I hear this low, like an engine revving, and it was her. She was dreaming. I don't think I've ever had a cat that dreams as much as she does, because she talks in her sleep, and it's just kind of funny because she'll, I've tried to catch it a couple times because her whiskers get really twitchy, and sometimes her paws, do the running thing. But most of the time it's that growl because I guess she's hunting or she's confronting another cat or something. But yeah, she's a dreamy kitty and it's kind of funny. I'll just be sitting here working and I'll hear that. He's starting her engines. Well, hello there. Like you were talking about me. Yep. Stop talking about me like I'm not here. All right, I think I'm going to group the flowers. I'm just going to make that easy on myself here. I'm excited. I'm finally going to see Project Hail Mary on Saturday. And when I booked the tickets, the seats were little Rockies that were taken. I just thought that was such a cute detail. I kind of want to put another little petal right there. The petal I had down first was the best, but not gonna work. I guess that'll work. Let's keep moving. I wonder if I should, kind of thinking I should group these, but go. And bring this flower down. I think probably the leaves will also be on. I don't want the floof to be looking at a few, and that it closer to the viewer, and then maybe I'll move these guys up and make them smaller and have a few more. Hmm. 15. Let's make it a little smaller since I'm dealing with so many delicate things right now. That thing that she put digging her little claw into my chest earlier this week still hurts. Says it serves you right for taking me to the vet. Even more so because they called me fat. All right, let's see. I want the petals to be curling around, edging some more tummy to tickle. Indeed. Very good point. He's built for optimal tummy rubs. I'll use that excuse as well. I'm built for optimal tummy rubs. What are you talking about? All right. All right, let's get out of this groove. And I think I can take away this. Right, oops. Well, I can take away that too. There we go. No, I don't want to take away. There we go. That's what I need to. Because I put in some detailing on the grass inside of the road right here. All right, now I just need to clean up pudge in here. Oh, there we go. All right, let's get these over. That out, take that body line out. This body line, we're gonna erase where his paw's over it. A smidge more. right. And now I can take out this one back here. So I've got that kind of just roughly pinned in there. I'm going to have these flowers sitting in front of flute, so when I color this in, it'll naturally cover that. If I need to adjust them more, I want to keep both of them completely together, so if I have to move them and then their bodies are fully exposed, then I won't have to redraw bits that I've erased too early. Okay, that'll be good enough for now. All right, and let me put in the, let me see if I can open and just grab the Dear Diary text. First of all, let's save. And let me see if I can open a file. Go into desktop. That. Sort. Here we go. Where's my last pug comic? There it is. And it doesn't look like I did a Dear Diary. Did I? I think I did on this one. Yep, I did. Let us grab the Dear Diary and my ending bracket and the pudge. And that. And keep this here because I'll need that later. All right, Dear Diary. All right, let's see. I can move this up or make it a wee bit smaller. I can make the Dear Diary smaller. Move that up a little bit. When I see the spring flowers, it fills me with hope. Good grief. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the writing. Oops, I'll get rid of this. Fill in the writing so I've got that on the screen and can draw around it. Oh, well, it's going to be smaller. Do I want, okay. No, I think I'm going to keep it this way because I was just going to ask, should I move this line over here? But then that would be off kilter because I have a 2 and a 3 and a 2 and a 3. It works, but it's not as graceful, but I can always draw this to fit because it's not drawn yet. So I can just make it this smaller a little bit and, you know, I think it'll be fine. Do I want to put quotations? Or do I want to put this? All right. Save. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with raw. Oh, heck. I'll just hit it with the green. A green, a nice green. There we go. I'm going to make the Dear Diary a little smaller. There we go. When I see the spring flowers, it fills me with hope, because a small seed stuck under the snow did not stop to mope. It pushed and it grew until the sun touched his face, saying quietly to all, you can do the same in a similar place. All right. Let's work on this next one. All right. Let me just look for... Let's look up here. I'm just going to take this for reference real quick, because what I want is about right there. So I'm going to kind of do somewhere in this. Put like a little stone under the ground or something. Or maybe just layers of dirt. Getting all the emails at noon. Show kind of the dead grassy bits kind of laying over here, maybe a leaf. It's going to be snow. All right. that's done. So let's go ahead and move this. Well, why not? I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna have this where it was. The snow is gonna be gone. And I need to edit this so it's pushing through the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and group this and 30%. I could actually probably move this up a little bit. And this guy can get smaller and like shriveled up because we're no longer using it. And we can have more roots. How that guy is going here. I kind of want the background to show that he pushed up. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. I'm glad you like him. All right, and though I don't want to because I really like this root system down here, I'm gonna erase this. Oh, maybe I'll just move these roots up, make them a little, kind of show them they're getting bigger. They're reaching out. Well, I'm going to show little bits of roots that we don't see. And that was really big there, but I can make this guy, because he's the shriveled old seed pod. He can kind of be there. All right. That is done. And let's save, because we gotta save. I kind of want to bump this up here for this version. I kind of want to do that. Have I done that before for Pug Comics? I feel like I have. I mean, I put that over here. I bumped it because that was... You know what? It's my comic. I can do what I want. I am going to bump that to make it look nicer. Yeah. Now you can be bigger. Now I can do more justice to my text. Let's see. Is that going to get... Yeah, that's not too bad. Well, obviously I need to give this more room. Let's give this more room. Actually, let's just yoink. There we go. And let's yoink and yoink. And then I'll just make sure to have everybody properly, you know, sized, especially on this one. Make Dear Diary a little bit bigger. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, a little stretch in a belly rub. I accidentally bumped my books. I have a little... That bookshelf she's sleeping by is actually double-sided. I've got books facing me here on this side of the desk, and then I have them on the other side as well. And that's actually where I keep the stack of manga that's my riser for my microphone. All right. And now for, yes, small stretch, small stretch. And she's purring, so she's happy. All right, so actually I'm going to be able to get, probably it's only 12:15, so I'm going to be able to get some of this colored, probably all of it colored. Which will be nice. Definitely. I don't think I'll need his whole body here. In fact, his body's a little big, so let's make you a little smaller. They're going to be in and amongst the flowers. Well, let's go ahead. Omari, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm doing fine today. How are you? Just almost done with my line art here, which is awesome. The exaggerated pugtail is apropos here. All right. Let's join this together, and I'm going to smooth this line out now. There we go. And now let's draw the flowers everywhere. And I might have to group these. I love how her tail is just floop over her back leg. I slept pretty okay last night, which was nice. I still haven't found that place, archive, whatever, where I put all of that webcomic brainstorm session that I had. Got another place I can check because I do keep, I don't believe I did that though, because I keep a notebook on my bedside table, and for when I wake up like in the middle of the night or close to the middle of the night, I don't want to open my phone and put it up in OneNote. I just write it down. It might be in there. I'm going to check that. Otherwise, I think I'll probably just go ahead and just start writing again and see if I can remember. So I think there was a Meowzilla comic in there. There were a couple of them. So I was planning on that being my, source of comic, but then I was like, okay, I can't find it, so let's just write something. And this is what came out when I started to write. So I was pretty happy with it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and just draw around these guys and group them. There we go. And now I can deselect them and just easily group my flowers. All right, so now I can draw. I think I might do 2 levels. I will do some flowers behind and then some flowers. Of course, these are the ones in front. And then I'll also draw some behind them. So this will make it easier for me to just come in here. Fill in this area. I've been going to bed earlier and earlier, which I quite frankly like quite a bit. I think last night I managed to get into bed by about 11:30, I think, 11 or 11:30, which is super duper awesome. Considering I was averaging about 2 a.m. to 2:30 at one point. That's quite an improvement for me. I don't really want to be a night owl. I mean, it used to be, I mean, that's, I don't want to say I doubt that I could be a morning person, but I kind of would really like to get there. I really need to go to bed earlier. The brain keeps wanting to go to bed a little after 10. Well, that's not good. That's good. Well, I mean, do you wake up super duper early though? Because 10 could be a little bit late if you like waking up at 4. But yeah, no, I don't know how my sister does it. Like, especially in like the holiday season, there are days where she has to get up at like 3 for getting ready and getting to her store in advance of it opening for the holiday season. And so she's going to bed at like, 6 or 7. But then other nights she's staying up till 8 or 9 or 10. And it's just, I don't know if I could do that. I would be a zombie. But I guess if you've been doing it for years. All right, so that's the flowers in front. Now let's draw some flowers in back. I have to get up at 6 a.m. for work, and I'm not a morning person. Oh dear. My natural rhythm is to not wake up until about 8-ish. Yeah, I think that's what's happening to me, because I wake up a little bit. I don't actually know how far in front of my alarm, but usually I am awake before it rings. So I'm almost to the point where I'm just going to start getting out of bed when I naturally wake up, especially when I am going to bed earlier at night. All right, well, that's that line art done. Let's move this out. Here. Save. All right, let's get to coloring. Let's see, I'll probably do about 30 minutes of coloring, and then I'll stop the stream at 1, get some lunch, and yeah, no, this is gonna be quite nice. I'm just grouping my text and stuff with my art. And then I'm bringing these lines over the top. All right, let's do it. Go ahead and come in here and color these flowers first. Let's do a little bit of shading on these guys. I did on Pudge and the Floof, but not on these. Oh, it'll be nice to do that. Kind of want to have maybe some white and pink flowers. Yeah, I need to choose my greens. I kind of like these greens here. You can kind of see I've used some of them quite a bit. That green on there. I'm going to use the brighter green here. And I'll be working with other colors as well. I'm going to do the background probably on a gradient, but also layer in some of these lighter greens because these guys are kind of crisscrossing through this area. All right, let's see. I feel like I missed, yes, I missed a green leaf. All right, let's think about our I think I'd like a pink to white gradient on these. I just really like that let's see. I think it's really pretty. There we go. And let's bring that in here. All right, now let's, my back is just not happy with me. All right, now let's layer in a nice gradient on this grass here. I'm gonna do that with a lighter green so I can see it. All right, there's that, and then let's hit that with this, and then I'm going to go in here and do that, and let's see, I'll do this. Whoops. Really? Fine. I'll strike that there, and then we'll put this here. Why aren't you showing me my little thingamabobber? Are you really doing that to me, Illustrator? I almost want to go a little bit darker with this guy. And I could bring down transparency a little bit. There we go. Let's make that 30%. I need a little help on these guys here. They're not a lot of definition. And there should be areas where they're facing away from the sun and seeing less light. All right, let's move back out over here and let's get my floof and pudge colored in. Oh, okay. Actually, I guess I put some ground cover detailing in floof's group, which is not the end of the world. I just got to remember it's there. Okay. All right, and now pudge. Pudge is super easy. Oh. Right. And now let's drop. Did I draw that as a background? I sure didn't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select all of this. Wahoo. And I'm gonna make that a touch lighter than this background. And then let's get the ground color in here for the road. And I most likely will hit this with a gradient 2. And I need not to be so precise over there. Let's go ahead and do a gradient on that. And let's see, what colors do I want on this road? Now it's showing up. For whatever reason, it has decided to show up again. And I can see that my floof is not in his lines. Whoops. Now his floof is totally broken out of his lines. There we go. And I'm gonna put probably like this color back here. Unless I change this to be slightly, I might do that. We'll see how it looks. I need to start thinking about the cover art for volume 7. I need to think about the color scheme. I need to think about the scene that I'm going to show, because I really loved the spring planting design on 6. Truly, I really loved both 5 and 6 covers. Well, I love them all, but I mean, 3 is a special one because of the last unicorn. I guess only, gosh. I mean, I like 4, but I struggled with the color on that one quite a bit. 1 and 2 are so similar. It's not that I don't like them, it's just I wish I had done just a little bit different on the color, like maybe the scene of 2 in a different season. Spring or fall, something like that, because summer is in the meadow with the characters in a picnic. So I just have to think about what I want to do for that cover scene. But yeah, it is getting close to that time again. And I think I'm definitely gonna pick, I think this will be going forward. I have 13-point cardstock on the cover, and I went round and round with them. And apparently, depending on what machine you print on, you get a different, I mean, it's technically the same type of cardstock, but it's not, because my sample was printed on the truly small run machine where they do one-offs and stuff like that. And it's perfect. It's just floppy enough that you open it up and you can read it. But when they put it on the bigger machine, there's a different cardstock that's put in on that, and it's much stiffer, and it's what you have in your hands when you get these. And so I'm thinking, if I bump it down a level on the cardstock, my sample is going to be super floppy, but my real run should be hopefully perfect. And but yeah, it got to the point where it was just like, okay, I'm gonna stop emailing because this is going nowhere. They see the problem, but they don't really see the problem, and I don't think they know how to fix it. So that's that. And I'm not, totally upset by it. It's just, what it is. A little bigger, bring those characters back into just a little bit of right, let's see, 1256. This is going to be super easy to do. Maybe I'll just go ahead and use this bright. Actually, I'm going to step this down a tiny bit. This. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to do a couple of just earth layers here. And right here. All right, let's see how this looks. Transparency 100%. Might make this a little darker. I know I should put, roots and stuff from these other plants in here, but I don't want to distract from our little seed. I want him to be here. And so this is all going to be, let's go ahead and hit this with the snow. Really? I forgot. All right, there we go. One thing I want to do. What if I... Yeah, that's not going to work. What if... I just want to get a hold of this second level. What if I combine it? Stop. Oh. All right, I automatically... Okay, I'll do that later. All right, I'm going to grab this, make it the snow color. Grab my snow. I'm going to put that behind here. And then maybe do a gradient with this cover. I'll do a little bit. You can come forward because you're going to be a little bit of green sticking out from the rest. And then maybe I'll come through here with some lighter portions. So some lighter stuff beneath. Now I might change the colors here. These are a little bit too bright. I'm thinking I might need a more desaturated, like, I don't know, shoot, up here. I need to do maybe a more desaturated something, because these are leaves that have been underneath the ground for a while. They're not greening, except maybe where they're pushing through the top. So maybe I can do that, but do something like this. Yeah. And then let's grab the sky. Sky. And then let's do, whoops. And I'm going to do some sparklies on the snow. Overlay. All right. All right, I'll color the rest of it later. That's pretty cool though, that I've gotten almost all of this done. Well, all the line art done, 2 of the frames, and then these guys. This should actually go quite quick because I have my gradients figured out. The snow is going to be gone, so it's basically going to just be this stuff, and I'll fill in this with the growing sprout, and then of course this is just going to be my floof and pudge. So I like it. I'm happy with this. I got a good amount of work done, and let's see. Let's see. Did I save? Nope, I need to save. Save. There we go. All right, so that'll be it for me today. If you want to see how this comic finishes up, be sure to check out becute.com or any of my social media. I do, well, Facebook, Instagram, and X, Twitter. Those go live in the morning, and I also put them up on my website. Those go up a little earlier, so I actually think those go live like sometime in the morning because I schedule it, and I think WordPress is actually set on a different time zone, so it actually kind of starts there. But yeah, if you'd like to see how this ends up, you can check me out there, and I will be back on Tuesday working on book covers. So that is what will be for this next week. Oh, I hope you have a great rest of your day too, Sharon. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I always enjoy your company and chat. Thank you again, Sharon, Omar. Let's see, Clint, I saw you in here. All my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.